It's a good question, Jeremiah. You just started a new D&D campaign. Any advice on improv? Your brother Nate is the DM. So improv from a player's perspective, I think is what you're asking, right? What I always like to do, obviously I've been a DM a whole lot more than I've been a player, but what I like to do is sit down kind of in the kind of headspace of my character and try to figure out what are the kind of turns of phrase, or what are the kind of the weird odd things that make the way my character talks unique. And I'll just kind of write down those phrases. So I remember I played this was for a one shot. I remember I played an earth genocide once, or genasi, is that how you say it? An earth genasi. And I just decided that he was gonna have a lot of kind of earth, rock, stone related sort of metaphors to draw from. So I just sort of wrote down a handful of those. I didn't know where I was going to use them, but I knew that throughout the game, if I wanted to say something and have it sound more thought out than I had time to put together at the time, I could just look at my list, check one off, and I'm going to use that. And it kind of, I felt like it gave the character a little bit more. Now, granted, I probably overused them because it was a one shot. You only have the one session to use those. But I think it's okay to sort of jot down some ideas. If you are into sort of role playing the voice and stuff like that, I don't actually do a ton of voices. I might try to like lower or raise up my register depending on a character. But you could also think about how the character talks. Maybe they are, short and functional sentences versus kind of flowery language. Maybe they're more aggressive versus more sort of trying to help everybody agree. Even just what I did, intentionally kind of slipping in kind of filler words. Maybe your character does that, maybe they don't. I think thinking about all of that stuff helps with improv. And then when it comes to actually in the moment and thinking about what to do and what to say, I might break it down again, kind of in notes ahead of time, thinking about, well, my character, if nothing else, my character is trying to accomplish XYZ, right? And by if nothing else, I mean like kind of in a resting state. If nothing else is going on, which happens sometimes in a campaign, my character is going to try to do XYZ. Maybe that's try to befriend the rest of the party, try to support people, try to ask around for certain things. My character is generally going to want to be accommodating over aggressive. I think that's what the character sheets in 5e. I don't know what game you're playing, but if it's 5e, I think the character sheet tries to get at some of those, but I'm not sure that it quite does it, because I'm not sure like bonds and ideals and things like that are super connect to people. But if you write down some of those ideas ahead of time as to what your character does, either in an argument or when planning something or in combat, are they triumphant or are they sort of quiet and focused? Some of that might help you find that mindset again, kind of whether you refer to your notes or not, might help you get there when the time comes in session. But also, it's a campaign, so you've got a lot of time to figure out what it is your character is. You don't have to do that right away. You can sort of you can sort of figure it out as the game goes. I don't think you need to, everything that I just said is overthinking it. If you want to do that, you can. If not, I mean, a few sessions in, you'll probably have a good sense. Good call, Raven. Yes, and no, but those are good. Hey, Noel. What's up? Why not? Do I have? Yeah, I do, but I don't print very often. Gibson. Nailed it. Thanks, Jeremiah. I appreciate that.